Jonah and the Big Fish. A long, long, long time ago, in a land far away, lived a man named Jonah. One sunny morning, God spoke to Jonah. Jonah, God said with a voice as gentle as a breeze, I have a very important job for you. I need you to go to the big, big city of Nineveh. The people there have been very naughty, and I want you to tell them to stop and say sorry to me. Now, Jonah heard God loud and clear, but did he want to go? Oh no no no. Jonah scrunched up his nose and thought, Nineveh, those people are mean, they're not nice at all. I don't want to go there, I don't want to help them. So, what do you think Jonah did? He ran away. Yes, he ran in the completely opposite direction. He hurried down to the busy seaport, found a big wooden boat, and hopped on. Take me far, far away from here, he told the captain. The boat was sailing to a place called Tarshish, all the way across the big, wide sea. Jonah thought he could hide from God, but can anyone really hide from God? As the boat sailed out onto the deep blue water, God saw Jonah trying to run away. God loved Jonah very much and wanted him to learn to obey. So, God sent a storm. Not just any storm, but a huge, gigantic, super-duper storm. The sky turned dark gray, and the wind began to howl. Whoosh! The waves grew bigger and bigger, crashing against the side of the boat. The little boat was tossed up to the sky, and then down, 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 into the valleys of the waves. It went up and down, like a toy in a bathtub. The sailors on the boat were terrified. They had never seen a storm like this before. Their eyes were wide with fear as they held on tight. What's happening? They shouted to each other over the roaring wind. Someone must have made God very, very angry. Who is it? Jonah, who was huddled in the bottom of the boat, knew. His heart sank. He knew this giant storm was all his fault. Slowly he stood up and said, It's me. I'm the one. I'm running away from God. He looked at the scared sailors and said, If you throw me into the sea, the storm will stop. The sailors didn't want to do that. No, they said. We can't just throw you in the water. They tried with all their might to row the boat back to shore, but the storm was just too strong. The waves were too high, and the wind pushed them back. Finally, with heavy hearts, they knew they had no other choice. They said a little prayer, lifted Jonah up, and splash. They threw him overboard into the wild churning sea. The very second Jonah hit the water, something amazing happened. The wind stopped howling. The giant waves calmed down. The sea became as smooth as glass. The storm was gone. But what about Jonah? As he bobbed in the water, he saw something huge moving beneath him. It was a giant shadow. Suddenly, a big fish, bigger than any fish he had ever seen, swam right up to him. God had sent this special fish. With one giant gulp, the fish swallowed Jonah whole. Whoosh! Jonah slid down, 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 into the fish's big, dark tummy. Oh, it was not a nice place to be. It was dark and gooey and very, very wet. And the smell? It smelled like stinky seaweed and old fish. Yuck. Jonah sat there in the belly of the fish, all alone in the dark. He was there for one whole day and one whole night. Then a second day and a second night. And then a third day and a third night. 3 whole days and nights inside the fish. While he was in there, Jonah had a lot of time to think. He realized how silly he had been to run away from God. He felt very, very sorry. So, he closed his eyes and began to pray. Dear God, he said from inside the fish's tummy, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. I'm sorry I ran away. I was wrong. If you give me another chance, I promise I will obey you. Please, please help me. And God, who hears every single prayer, heard Jonah. God looked down and saw that Jonah was truly sorry. So, God spoke to the big fish. He said, Fish, it's time. Spit Jonah out now. The giant fish swam close to the land, opened its massive mouth, and with a great big bleck it spit Jonah right out onto the warm, sandy beach. Jonah stood up, feeling a bit wobbly. He was covered in slime and seaweed from head to toe, but he was safe. He took a deep breath of fresh air. He was so happy to be out of that fish. Then Jonah heard that gentle voice again. Jonah, God said, go to the great city of Nineveh. This time, did Jonah run away? No way. He jumped to his feet and said, Okay God, I will go, right now. And he did. Jonah walked all the way to that big city. He walked through the busy streets and called out in a loud voice for everyone to hear. He told them, Listen, everyone, God says you have 40 days to stop being naughty and to say you're sorry. And guess what happened? The people of Nineveh listened. They stopped what they were doing and paid attention to Jonah's words. The news traveled all the way to the king. The king of Nineveh, the most powerful person in the whole city, heard the message. He took off his fancy royal robes and his shiny crown. He sat down and said, We have been wrong. We're sorry, God. We will change our ways. All the people in the city, from the oldest grandpas to the littlest kids, were sorry. They stopped being mean to each other and started being kind. They started sharing and helping and loving one another. God looked down at the city of Nineveh and saw their hearts. He saw that they were truly sorry, and because God is full of love and forgiveness, he decided not to send the big trouble he had planned. He forgave them all. God was happy. The people of Nineveh were happy. And Jonah, well, Jonah learned a very important lesson that day. He learned that God's love is for everyone. It's a big, wide love that reaches every single person, even people we think don't deserve it. God gives second chances, and third chances, and more. And that big fish, he probably swam away, wiggling his tail, happy that he could help God teach Jonah that it's always best to listen and obey God the very first time. Thanks for watching our story today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun adventures. See you next time. Subscribe, Joyful Gospel Kids, with stories and adventures, faith and friends.